Fine, go on, celebrate your selfish little holiday. You are downsized.
You mean fired? But Cruella...
No buts. Now you can hang up your stocking and stuff it.
Relax, Simpson. I just brought you in here for a friendly hello. And goodbye. You're fired.
Goofy, I warned you. You're fired!
How many about ponies?
I don't know.
You're fired.
Call for you.
Joyce, this is the Oversecretary. I saw everything. Bulldozing a perfectly good town on live TV. You're fired!
Ah! You fired! You fired! You fired!
Oh, will you shut up?
You fired!
Listen up! Until you can graduate from this institution, you are no longer school nurse. Please run away crying. You're fired!
Not so long as I'm around.
Well, in that case, you're fired.
Nice try, but only the king can do that.
You've had enough chances, you nincompoop. You're fired, Leonard. Fired! You, Oliver, gather those strays and bring them inside. I'll put them in the hands of a competent dog catcher.
You're fired.
What? Why?
Because you're the Noid.
I am not the Noid.
You have successfully delivered 4 pizzas.
You know it.
Out of 37.
Blah, that's it. You're fired, Tigger. Fired. You obviously don't have what it takes.
You're fired.
That's it! Fluttershy, I'm afraid you've left me no choice. You are terminated. Well, good luck replacing me. Well, thankfully I always thought she was too controlling. You are terminated too! Whatever. Now I know, right? I mean, actually, you're, like, totally terminated as well. Like, okay. Well, I'm glad that's over.
You two had better come up with something tasty, or you're both double fired!
So we're fired from being fired? Does that mean we're hired?
Yes!
Then you're triple fired!
No!
Let me make this perfectly clear. If your house is as messy as last time, you're fired!
So I'll give you a word of advice. You suck. Turn in your hippo juice bucket, your hippo crystals, and your hippo pipe. You're fired.
Those are powdered sugar.
Put it in a rap song, jailbird. This office is permanently closed.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're fired. Oh, for God's sake, somebody pay Mr. Trump.
They were all from my department, and they all went missing in the month that I've worked there. So she said she had to let me go. And I said, go where? And she said, that means you're fired.
You're fired.
What? Why?
It's not working out.
Yes, it is. It's working out awesome. You just can't randomly fire me. I mean, you have to have cause.
Okay. It's 'cause you're a moron.
Shauna, I saw that. I'm going to have to let you go.
Oh, so you're like firing me? Like in that movie where that girl gets fired?
I'm sorry.
If I'm fired, then he's quitting.
I am? Oh, that's what holds them up.
Yes, we will. The Simpsons and old Uncle Gil.
Gil? I've been meaning to tell you. You're fired.
Yeah, guess I had it coming.
What do you mean fired? You can't fire me for this!
Sorry, store policy is very clear about stealing.
Not you two. Mordecai and Rigby, you can get out because you're fired!
Come on, baby Heimlich, spit it out.
Peter, I am appalled. Your negligence has damaged this company's reputation. You're fired!
All I wanted was to spend quality time with you, but I'm sorry. I have to fire you. Pack your bags. Please.
You're firing me? Huh? That's an interesting wrong decision.
What
did I just get through telling ye, lad?
But she...
SpongeBob, you're fired!
Huh? Fired?
Because you and your boring plans have been keeping me down, civilian peepers!
Sir, with due respect, it's Commander.
Not anymore. You're fired!
Wait, got back to the boss, and before I knew it, I got canned! Fired?
You're not my manager anymore, all right? You're fired! I mean it.
Man, I have a headache.
Oh, you know what? I can't take it anymore. You're both fired! Weren't you two fur-brains listening? I said you're fired!
We're on fire!
I don't even smell smoke! You're not on fire, you are fired! It means you're finished, you're done, you're through! I don't need you!
No, it won't. You're fired.
Huh? Fired? But I...
Yeah. Listen, I'm hungry, she has to pee, and he has to get back to work or he'll end up in the same boat as you.
This is for ruining our company, Chuckwad. And by the way, you're fired.
Oh, why, Mommy, why?
Huh. Interesting. You're fired!
What? That's totally not fair. Gru is a great agent. You know what? If you fire him, you're gonna have to fire me, sister. And do you really want to do that? Do ya?
No. And one more thing, Jonathan. Call security and have them escort you off the premises.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
You're fired!
What?
I'm just offering you the opportunity to switch roles.
You're firing me?
No, I'm not firing you.
Oh, wait till my dad hears that you fired me!
But I'm not firing you! Please, wait!
Oh, okay, cool. We could talk in the commissary or in the coffee shop or maybe...
No, not us get off the set. You get off the set.
You're fired! Benson, you're fired! No!
You're going again? But I want to streak at school.
This is cold! You're fired!
Well, we don't need you.
Really? So you guys are firing me?
We can't fire you. You quit.
You, gentle sir, are fired.
You're fired! Off by 0.7 degrees. You're fired! Too short. You're fired!
Just a teaspoon of cinnamon!
You're fired!
We told you we colored.
On my presentation boards, you got me fired.
That doesn't. You're fired. That's not the way you do it.
That's it. I'm calling it off. You guys are all fired. Oh, come on, Benson.
There's no easy way to say this, but your employment with the Teen Titans is officially terminated.
What? You're joking. Tell me you're joking.
Consider yourselves fired and prison-bound. Your incompetence is nothing short of unspeakable.
You idiot.
You are fired!
Do you mean fired till tomorrow or fired till Tuesday?
She's kind of riled up this time. We better stay fired till next Thursday.
I mean fired forever! You have bungled your final bungle and I will never hire you again! Out! Out! Out!
I don't want to hear about any lady parts. Look, this is all based on seniority. Don't get me wrong, you're plenty old. But you were the last one hired.
Wait, what? This is real? You're really firing me? You can't do that. My son's going to college. We just found out Sue's going to have a palate expander.
Look, Francis, if the economy picks up and things change...
Watterson, in accordance with Article 34 of the Frivolous Pizza Handbook...
I fire thee.
No! Fired, Vicky!
Done! Vicky, you may clean a mean toilet and keep a tidy dungeon, but
You're fired! Fired! Fired!
It's off to jail for you, Mr. Krabs.
Patrick, you're fired.
But I don't even work here.
Would you like the job? Starting now?
Boy, would I.
You're fired.
I'm sorry, Muscle Man. I'm gonna have to ask you to turn in your keys.
What?
You heard me.
Are you firing me, bro?
Give me your keys.
If he goes, I go too.
Okay, see ya.
You guys are so fired. You can't fire us. We quit.
Great, send him in. Oh, and by the way, you're fired.
Fired? What do you mean, fired?
How else can I say it? You're being let go, your department is being downsized, you're part of an outplacement. We're going in a different direction, we're not picking up your option. Take your pick. I got more.
But
Okay, that's it. 2 crows. You're fired.
You know what? Eat shit. You're just trying to make me feel worthless.
I never said you're worthless. In fact, I've given you a very clear metric of your worth. 2 crows. Note, I didn't say 3.
No, guys. Okay, here goes. Kids, you're fired.
If you don't want to work at this, then I don't want to waste my time teaching you. I'm afraid I have no choice.
The knitting needles.
Goodbye, Arthur. You're fired.
You're fired.
What? But
You got rid of our best duck.
You can't fire me! My films have made $950 million!
That's not $1 billion.
Nope, not $1 billion.
Major Monogram, I hold you personally responsible for turning one of our most sacred ceremonies into a grade A countrified debacle!
Debacle?
Debacle! Now, normally I'd be able to forgive this kind of thing because of your tireless dedication and spotless record to Alka. But it's clear to me that you've totally lost our security deposit, and that's something I cannot forgive. I'm forced to relieve you of your command. I'll take that. And that.
Actually, that mustache was mine.
Not anymore.
Ah! This latte's cold! You're fired!
Just a moment, Lieutenant. You can have this back. Not so fast. And the badge. And the helmet. And the pants. On second thought, keep the pants, please.
Linguini! You're fired! F-I-R-E-D! Fired!
We're letting you go.
Oh, please don't do this. I'm begging you. Just give me one more chance.
Okay, fine. All right, that's it. You're fired.
Sir, am I getting fired? I wouldn't say that. I'd say sacked.
You're fired.
What? Why?
Insubordination.
That's it, Agent Puppy. You destroyed my car, my pies, Tough HQ, and the county fair. I'm sorry, son, but you've given me no choice. You're fired.
Get on with it, SpongeBob!
Pearl, you're fired.
Thanks, SpongeBob. Well, I never!
Come on, James.
I quit, and you're all fired!
The ultimate superfan gets one last chance to make her dreams come true.
I don't know. It sounds a little manipulative.
You're fired.
I think we just found our Boston Rob.
What's going on here? Am I fired? I'm afraid so. Oh, thank God. I've been wanting to retire for years now, but I could never let Jay down.
I thought you said Weast.
Weast? What kind of compass are you reading, lad?
This one, sir.
That's west, Patrick. You're fired again.
Doug, this has gone too far. You're fired!
Fired? You can't fire me. This is the best job I've ever had.
Why did you think you could lie to me?
It's my first day.
Well, why didn't you say, go woo? You're fired.
Oh, by the way, you can't quit. You're fired.
Oh, what? You can't fire me. I already quit. Cash, you get back.
There is no place for old-fashioned on the modern, computerized ranch. You are fired. But...
Well, that don't beat all. I should fire you 3 right now, but I'm just not that cold-hearted.
You're all fired.
Damn it, Peter, that's it. I can't do this show with you anymore. You're fired. What? You can't fire me.
Only Mr. Spacely can fire me. Griffin, you're fired! Okay, that's fair. Flintstone, you're fired!
I'm afraid I'm going to have to suspend you from school.
You mean I'm fired?
Well, I guess that's the grown-up way to put it. Yes.
I'll be right back.
Stop right now, or you're fired!
Seymour?
You're fired! I'm sorry. Did you just call me a liar?
No, I said you were fired.
Oh. That's much worse.
What are we gonna do now, Cash?
You're gonna go home.
But the band...
Don't you get it? You're fired.
Well, be that as it may, Shawanda took these pictures on her cell phone. You're fired.
You're both fired.
I cannot tell a lie, Uncle No Hurt. Beastly did it!
And don't ever come back!
You babies are fired! That means you has to leave. But you fired us, Angelica. Then you're hired again.
Help! Ouch! Let me go!
Am I fired?
Yes, you're fired!
That's all I wanted to know.
Attention, human workers. This is your employer, Mr. Mason. Effective immediately, you are all fired. That's right. Fired! Go home now. Do not ask why. You have no one to blame but yourself. Unless, of course, you have a dog. Then you can blame him.
I am so sorry. I am done with you. Do you hear me? Done. Get out of here now. Brian, please. You're fired.
This'll make a great fish story, eh, Mr. Krabs?
SpongeBob.
Yes, Mr. Krabs.
You're fired!
What? You've never seen a fire-breathing bear before?
Vicky, you're fired!
You're damn right it was. Your little mistake has made a complete mockery of the United States Postal Service. This is a noble institution that runs on dignity. That's the reason people trusted us to deliver free COVID tests several months after it was relevant.
But, sir,
No buts, Cleveland. You've left me no choice. You're fired. Now turn in your safari hat and your lady's mace.
This is terrible.
Fired!
No. Hey, numbskulls, give your boss a hand here.
Just give us a few minutes, boss.
Consider yourselves fired!
That's it. That's it. You are out.
What? What do you mean I'm out?
You're fired.
Tiger, how did he get away? He overpowered me. You're fired.
Okay, if you want to be a winner, just follow these 3 rules.
I'm already a winner. Nobody tells Flint on Glum Gold what to do. You're fired.
Boring. You're fired.
You're fired. Dr. Kearloose?
Peggy, you're fired.
You're fired, pervert.
You're fired.
You're fired.
No.
Shepard, you're fired.
Speaks only truth. Who is clearly the problem at this company?
Boss baby!
You're fired.
What?
It's into the web. I'm sorry.
You're all fired.
Fine then, Bob. Why don't you fire me?
Okay, you're fired.
You're firing me?
Young lady, you're fired.
I'm sorry, Dad. You're fired.
What? Fire me?
Flintstone, you're fired! You're fired! Gone! I love having bad days.
I'm giving you the axe. You're fired!
Oh, no! Not that! Anything but that!
Oh, Bart, I want to win, but not like this. I'm sorry, you're fired.
You're fired.
Shoot. By the way, you're fired.
He decided to go in a different direction. You're fired.
What?
Don't make me call security. You're fired.
Oh, you're fired.
No, you're fired.
You're fired, you infernal machine.
I'm not fired. You're fired.
You idiots! If you don't clean, you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
You know what? You're fired.
You're fired.
Come on, Sergio.
That's it, Lois. You're fired.
Getting shot out of a cannon is too a gymnastic exercise.
Vicky, you're fired. Literally.
Huh. I guess that Brian Griffin is a good egg after all.
Griffin, you're fired!
Who'd like to taste it? I'll give it a go. You're fired.
Hello, Leela. You're fired.
I know.
I'm sorry, but it's just that you're over a year late for work at this point.
Get out and don't come back.
What? You mean you're firing me? Please, this job is my whole life.
Too bad. Out.
You're fired! No! That's it, Garrison! You are fired from South Park Elementary!
Oh, see, now I'm fired. That's the cold, hard truth of immigration.
All right, you leave me no choice. You giving me a raise? Not even close. You're fired.
Well, you see, the thing is, you're fired. Oh, by the way, you're all fired. Oh, by the way, you're fired. And tell all the other guards they're fired too.
You've snipped your last whippersnapper! You're fired!
Okay, now I own it. Which reminds me, you're all fired. Get out.
You're fired! I'm taking your badges.
We don't work for the police.
Oh. Then I'm taking your badge. You're fired!
Dad, you're fired.
Fired? Me?
Have fun explaining this one, Fitzy.
It's Professor Fitz. Professor Fitz.
Not anymore. You've gone too far, Fitz. You're fired.
DOG! Okay, this isn't what it looks like. I uncovered a plot to destroy the Academy, but this stray is in cahoots with King.
Turn in your tag. Now.
For as the lab grows, so do my expectations, which, quite frankly, you're not living up to. Which is why I have made this tough but firm decision. Didi, you are fired. You can't fire me! You can't fire me!
So, as you can see, sales are going very well.
Griffin, you're fired!
See if I care. Hello, Cobra? I'd like to pay $1,300 for 1 month of health insurance.